Hey, what up, guys? Welcome back to another MMA breakdown. We're talking about Joanna Jędrzejczyk, which is 14-0 with 29% of her wins coming the way of knockout, and Rose Namajunas coming with a 7-3 record with a 0% knockout rate. She has an 86% wins by submission. What's up, baby? Welcome back to another Trevor's MMA. And in today's video, it's Rose versus Joanna. Joanna is 14-0 with 29% by knocking her opponent out, 7% by submission, which I've never seen her win by submission. She has a 64% judges' decision, so she goes to the judges' scoring card more often than she actually dominates the fight by submission or TKO. She has an 81% takedown defense. Rose Namajunas is 7-4 with an 86% by submission, 14% by decision, and 0% by knocking her opponents out. And 9 times out of 10, the grappler can get it. If he can get it to the ground, the fight is done. We see that all the time with Khabib. He's not the best striker in the world. He's a phenomenal striker, and when he's able to take his opponents down, he's able to completely dominate the fight. Like I said, Joanna is a 14-0 fighter. She's never lost in her MMA career. She's a high-level, very high-level Muay Thai striker. She has some of the best vicious fights that you've ever seen. She's bloodied women up. She's very vicious and very violent. But when you look on the other hand, Rose Namajunas is getting very good. She's very good, very scrappy. I don't believe her skill set in striking is on the same level as someone like Joanna. I don't think any woman in MMA right now is on her level of striking, unless you talk about something like Amanda Nunes, which is the 135-pound champion. But right now, as this fight goes head-to-head, I 150% am going to say Rose Namajunas is going to beat Joanna. There's something that it doesn't seem like Rose is in a scared position. Like a lot of fighters, they go in there already knowing that they have lost. A lot of fighters go in there already knowing that they're going to try to hang and bang with her. And I think Rose is one of those girls that does not care who it is. She's going to go in there and do the best that she can. If it's get her ass kicked, she's going to get her ass kicked. If she's going to dominate, she's going to dominate. She goes in there every time. And she trains with Pat Barry, and she's dating Pat Barry, so she's in a good fighting camp. And ever since Joanna went to American Top Team, she's just dominated and gotten better and gotten better. But you got to look at it both ways. Joanna, tougher competition, and she has had some times where she's been in adversity, but most of the time that she has fought in the UFC, it's by completely dominating her opponents from bell to bell. She's never been in so bad of compromising position that she has not been able to just weather the storm. So it's kind of like somebody like a John Jones. They've never been in really high level like grappling. They've never been completely dominated where they're down 4 rounds to 1 and they have to come back and knock their opponent out. But Rose Namajunas is ranked number 4 in the world. She has 1 performance of the night and 1 fight of the night, and her last fight she won by a submission. But overall, guys, I definitely believe the 5 rounds are going to play more for Joanna, because she's been in more 5-round fights ever since she won the title. And she's won by TKO, technical knockout. She's gone, last 4 fights have gone all to the decision. And her last fight was May 13th, 2017 against Jessica Andrade, where she went 5 rounds. So you take that in consideration. She hasn't fought for about 4 months, And the last time Rose fought was back in April of 2017. So they both have not fought for about 4 or 5 months. And the last fight Rose won was by second round submission. And I'm thinking the submission game of Rose is going to win. I definitely believe Rose is going to come out there like a savage and be able to get it to the ground and be able to win by complete dominating the ground game. I believe that's her strong field. I believe that's the way she wants to win this fight, and I definitely believe we're going to see is Joanna getting taken down and Joanna getting submitted. But as always, I'm Trevor from Trever's MMA, just shooting it with you guys, letting you guys know what my opinions on this whole fight card is. And I think Joanna, she has the ability to knock out Rose, but if Rose be able to take her to the ground, is she going to be able to get off the ground and get back to her feet without getting choked out? Because Rose is kind of like a Nick and Nate Diaz on the ground. When she gets you there, you're staying there. So as always, thanks for watching, baby. And we all know this is going to be a quick breakdown of GSP versus Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping is 31-7, and GSP is 25-2. He has a 33% knockout rate. He used to knock people out. How is he going to fight somebody at a higher weight class? Because he used to say for a long period of time, I can't make that weight. I have to bulk up. And he's been out of the octagon since 2013. And Michael Bisping has a hell of a wrestling defense, hell of a wrestling takedown. He's good on the ground. And overall, when it comes to MMA wrestling, there's nobody better in the game than GSP. GSP dominates from bell to bell to bell, and this fight card is stacked from top to bottom. I believe it's going to be a hell of a fight card, a hell of a fight. GSP versus Michael Bisping is a fight people need to check out. I think Bisping is going to probably win this fight because GSP is going to have ring rust. He's not going to be fighting for the last 4 years. He's only been training, but he's 25-2-0. And he wins most of his fights by completely dominating his fight from the bell to bell. And if you go to Georges St. Pierre's profile, ever since he won the fight against Matt Hughes, or I should say Matt Serra, he's gone on a crazy 5-round whooping ass win streak. And nobody wants to see this 5 rounds of complete dominating for 5 rounds every fight. But you look at Michael Bisping on the other hand, he has finished fights. He has won. Okay? He beat Luke Rockhold. He's beaten Anderson Silva. He's gone 3 rounds here and there, but most of his fights are won by either knockout or beating his opponent. He has 58% by knockout, 10% by going to the judges, or I should say 10% by submission and 30% by going to the judges' scoring card. Georges St. Pierre is 50% by going to the judges' scoring card. So over 50% of his fights are going the way of just being completely dominating. But I believe in this fight, it's not going all 5 rounds. I believe that Michael Bisping is going to win this fight. I believe Cody Garbrandt is going to lose to TJ Dillashaw. That's just my hope. I'm not a fan of really either guy, but I want TJ to win this fight just because I don't really like Cody. I think his persona is just like a evil type of just I don't give a shit type of attitude. I believe he's in it just for himself. That's what I believe. I don't believe he cares about his team. Just the way I get off his persona is like, I'm the baddest dude on the planet. No one's going to be able to beat me. He has that cocky attitude, and I don't believe that's going to win him this fight. I believe the wrestling of TJ is going to win that fight. I believe Joanna is going to lose to Rose Namajunas. I believe Stephen Thompson versus Masvidal. I think Masvidal is going to win that fight. And I believe in the first fight of the night, I believe Big Rig Hendricks versus Paulo. I'm not sure who's going to win this fight because we don't know who Hendricks is going to come in. Is he going to come in weight? Is he going to come out of weight? Is he going to come out of shape? Is he going to be the guy that dominates? I don't know. The last time he was whooping ass is when he was at 170 and he was beating GSP. Other than that, I could care less about the guy. He went from like a badass dude to like a nobody. That's what happened. He went from like, making $100,000 paychecks to making like undercard fights. He's not that great anymore. It's like, for some reason, his skill set has like diminished tremendously. He used to be a guy that was completely winning. He was on at one point a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight win streak, and now he's on he won one, then he goes 3 losses, win 1, and he lost. So now is Johnny Henderson going another 3 fight losing streak? I don't know, man. This guy used to be the baddest dude on the planet, and now he's like a nobody. No one wants to even. They say Johnny Hendricks is fighting, people are like. Because no one cares about that dude. But as always, I'm Trevor, and I'll see you guys soon. UFC 217, badass fight card.